Yeah. Numero UNO, me and Drizzy like the Super Bowl, man. Then it big as the what? Big as the what? Big as the what? Big as the Super Bowl.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Warframe video. Today is that day. Is finally the time that infected liches is something real. Today we had our yesterday I live streamed a good run of me trying to attempt the Technocyte Codas. I think I got like a few of them down, but I wanted to give you guys a quick rundown on how to also start your Technocyte Coda, aka the infected liches. But if you guys are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe, join the squad. I have a lot of other videos if you guys want to check them out for any other Warframe guides and tweaking cats in the background. But first of all, we got, with this new update, a new bounty mission. This bounty mission allows you to collect these new mods that you can equip onto your Parazon. It's going to be a little confusing at first, but don't worry, like, just run that mission to start collecting your mods. So yeah, you can run that mission to get these antivirus mods. The thing is, with these new Technocyte Codas, we're used to our adversaries having 3 passwords that you have to have in the right sequence to finally challenge them. With this one, you really just need 1 out of the 8. I know a lot of people were trying to put them in the right order when they first got this, because I was doing it. But yeah, you just need 1 symbol out of the 8. Once you get that discovered by attempting it, so I recommend you at least collecting 3 and then placing those 3 and seeing which one is the one that applies to your adversary. But before we even get to that, you have your bounty, you started collecting your mods. Now once you have your mods, how can you attempt your coda? Doing that same bounty, you can also get this key item that you would take to a computer. You just play the game, you don't have to win or lose. You just attempt it, and then you'll be able to initiate your coda, your Technocyte Coda. It's a lot quicker and easier. I felt dumb because on stream I didn't use certain warframes because I didn't want, back then your warframe had an impact on what element your weapon will have. But with this one, you really just get a resource that you take to a shop and you just buy the weapon in rotation. The elements are not, you don't choose them, they're just random. But there'll be there's a tool that can help you for that. So after you hack your PC and you completed the mission, you can go back to your main menu, and then in the bottom right corner you should see an icon that you can click on. But a cooler way to see this is if you go to your PC and you can see a little malware virus that you can click on. But once you click on that, you can get some information on your Technocyte Coda, their weaknesses, their resistance, immunities, all that stuff. You can also see your attempted wrong password. And then I like this one. It's kind of like a random pull this time. It's not really a guaranteed set of items that you get, except for like the resources. But you can get floofs, you can get emotes, you can get ephemeras, which is the craziest one, like a scenery that I can do with, I can check out with Captura. But there's a lot of items you can get from these Technocyte Codas. The most important ones are the weapons, of course. If you see that there's a percentage bar. Now, normally with the old infected, with the Technocyte Codas, you would have to defeat their enemies to fill up this meter, whether it's the dogs or the little Grenier units. This time you just have to do their specific missions and hope that they spawn in, and as you attack them you would fill up the progress. Even if they don't spawn in, just accomplishing the mission, because after every mission you do, their appearance rate will go up by 25%. So regardless, by 4 missions, and that's all that spawns anyway, is 4 missions, they should appear at the last one. But just because your chances might say 75%, it still doesn't mean that they will spawn in. Now, when you're doing these missions, you're going to start seeing you start to collect these new types of mods. Now, these mods are like a one-time use, and they're meant to be boosters. What they want you to use this time around is one of the mods that was correlating to your coda, and then you're going to get the 2 other mods with the little boy band pictures on it, and those are going to help boost up your downloading progress. So some might say 15%, some might say 10%. You can stack 2 on there. Your best case scenario is to stack 2 15, so you can get a 30% or a 35% boost. So you really, by the end of 3 missions, would 100% your download speed. And that's technically the flow of it. You just, once you have a blue mod that correlates to your coda, if you don't have it, go back to that bounty to run those missions. You come back to these specific infected, the missions with the little green icon on it. You run those missions to hopefully get your coda to spawn in to help you download that speed. Apply those mods to help increase how much download it to make your progress a lot faster. Now, the only thing that sucks about running this in squads, I do recommend doing it in squads if it's too hard for you or you just want to kind of quickly get through it. But if your Technocyte Coda spawns in and the people are at extraction and they extract, you're going to extract with them, and your spawn rate is just like they would never show up. So you kind of, it like resets it for you, which sucks, because I had my coda spawn in, but people were at extraction and I couldn't even kill them before they dipped. So just remember that. Just hope that your coda spawns in early. That's all I can say. But other than that, it's pretty chill. Do that until it reaches 100. One thing I wanted to also talk about is that there's dots underneath the mods. For the main 8 mods, the dot, you have 3 uses, but only 1 use will go after you take down your coda. However, the other 2 mods, or the other mods that we got, the boosters, they're also 3 uses, but their uses will go down every time you attack your coda. So you remember, you're gonna have to keep attacking them to download that program. You might go through more of these mods quicker than your blue ones, so just take note. But the cool thing is that if you're running these missions, you're going to be collecting them as you play. So it works with it. There's a rotation and a flow going on. Say you get to your 100%. I know I keep saying that. I feel like I was teasing you guys. You're going to go back to your navigation, click on your railjack node, and that's going to take you to the next final mission for attacking your coda. You click on that mission, it's going to take you on a cool little railjack mission where you got to take down 2 speakers. I believe you got to shoot the outside or blow it up with the laser, and then you're going to go to the main area, go back to your slingshot if you wanted to do it in style, aim at the area where to launch, and you'll be able to enter the new final mission area where you and your squad, if you're doing it in public, take down the boy band. Now for this boss fight, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty long, and I didn't know what was happening at first, but now when I did a couple of these, you just gotta dodge if you're not attacking them. If they're not jumping down from stage, you gotta make sure you're watching out for the fire that spawns on the floor, the fireworks that targets you, and then the little rave lights that come down. You gotta just look in the sky and line yourself up so you're not getting hit by that. Once that phase is over, they're going to jump down and then you just attack them. If you're doing it on squad, it's going to take a lot longer because you got to do everybody's coda. But if you're doing it solo, it'll be a lot quicker. But yeah, once you take down your boy band, you're finally able to collect your prize, and you'll be able to go to Eleanor, which is the person you want to speak to get your new coda weapons. Remember, she has only a set that she rotates every 2 days or 3 days, I think. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a fun grind. A funny thing though is that once you beat the boss, I like how everybody try to run in to get warped back to your railjack quicker. But the sad thing is that you can't even dip until everyone gets in, so it's like there's no point in running. But it's still a cool little I got here first type of thing. But yeah, you got all of your items. The cool thing is that they updated the arsenal so that anything new that you obtain will have an exclamation point to help you keep track of what new items you obtained. But yeah, comparing it to the other 2 adversary systems, I would say the Grenier takes longer to build up before you get to the final stage, and when you get to the final stage, it's quick to kill them. The Corpus is super quick to build up, and it's just longer to do the final mission. The only thing is that the process of doing it is quicker than the Grenier, and then with the infected codas, it's like 3 times as quick. So they're just getting faster and faster. I do like that they added like another item in Eleanor's shop that you can use for 50,000 standing, and then you can buy a variant switcher. So you know how I told you how I had to take a certain warframe back then to get a certain element for your weapon? That's how they used to have it. Now if you did say accidentally went with Baruch and now your weapon has impact status, you can just buy one of those and change the element to the one that you want. So it's pretty cool. All in all, I do like this new mode. It's another extension of Warframe, and this was a long awaited feature, and I'm saying it right now, Sentient is next. Other than that, let me know how you guys like it. I did have a couple of weapons that I farmed for already, so let me know which weapons were your guys' first to obtain and which ephemeras did you guys get lucky with. Remember, the ephemeras 20% drop chance, so every like 1 out of 5 codas you attempt, they could have this. And there's 8 styles out there, so if you guys have any other questions, feel free to type them in the comments below, and have a good grind. I'll see you guys online or in the next video. Peace.